Hello, scale modelers, and today we have issue 84 of the Build Your Own Star Wars X-Wing. Alrighty, and build the X-Wing rear fuselage framework, Starfighter Aces Fen Rao. I'm just going to take a look at issue 83 again and see. Nope. Yep, they got the Starfighter Aces wrong. Because it was supposed to be this person. And this one says Fen Rao. Okay. So, we are doing quite a bit in this. Okay, so torpedo bay housing. The parts provided include 4 panels to make up the main body of the torpedo bay housing. And look, they misprinted. It says boy right there. Housing, and another 4 pieces of the cylindrical torpedo sequencing servos. After assembling these, it's time to join the 2 halves of the fuselage framework and fit the cockpit and other central details. So that's what we're doing. Okay. And we have our parts right here. So this is gonna end up being even more difficult now to have everything turned and returned, and but it's technically gonna be in one piece. Oh, this sucker is really starting to come together. Okay, and let's get that detail out, and that right there, and that, and we got more XW08 screws. Sorry if you can't see that, but yeah, I'm just taking these suckers out. Got some pipes in here. Got 4 pipes. It says there's supposed to be steel rods. But they are plastic. Okay. And that's everything from inside the baggie. Okay. So, making the torpedo bay housing, start by assembling the parts provided. This time, the joints are a simple push to fit, but you may want to use a little super glue as shown in the inset pictures. I guess we'll find out, just in case. I mean, it does say for added security right there, so just in case. Alright. And let's see here, just making sure that I have everything. Okay, I got that piece, which this is the torpedo bay housing back, right side housing, left side housing, housing front. It's showing these things as white in the picture. That could just be the light shining off the silver. Those are the front sequencing servos. This is the sequencing servo bodies, what they're calling steel rods. Got 4 of them right here, and the there's 12, apparently 12 XW08s in there. Which I'm wondering why they give us so many XW0. There were so many XW08s from issue 8, between issue 82 and 83. I didn't even use all of them. I didn't even use all those screws, and I still have a whole bag I didn't even open. So, okay. Alright, well, just in case, I do also have my super glue handy. Alright, making the torpedo bay housing. Start by assembling... Okay, I already read that part. Alright, step 1. Take all the parts provided except for the screws. Super glue inset is optional. Apply it according to the maker's instructions. Okay, step 2. Take the back and left side of the housing, which go together like this. Apply drops of super glue for extra security if desired. You know, if they keep saying if desired multiple times, I'm going to start to think that it definitely has to be used. Okay, so, okay, the torpedo back, and this is the left. Okay, and step 3 is, okay, so it just says repeat for the right side. Okay, now this one went in even snugger than the left. Alright, step 4. Fit the smooth side of the front of the housing onto both sides. Again, applying drops of super glue if desired. Yeah, how many times are they gonna go over this? Okay, so we have to attach the smooth side facing this direction. So it's gonna be facing in. Okay. Okay, and that push to fit. Okay. Alright. So, what do we do now? Step 6. Take one of the rods, which have one rough and one smooth end. Fit the smooth end into this hole in the back of the housing. My guess is that these might have originally needed, were probably originally, might have been actual steel rods. Okay, so take that and that goes through into there, and then okay, while holding it in place, and it, so it lines up with that hole. Okay, tweezers coming in handy. And then push that in. Okay. Alright. There we go. That's all the way in. It's pretty flush. So, and by what they mean by the rough end, it literally just has a couple of like, probably where they cut it off the sprue. They probably left a little bit of extra plastic from the sprue, just so that way it would help keep it in place. Alright, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and take care of these other ones. I'm not even gonna go by the instructions because this part seems to be really, really easy now. Okay. So, let me see if I can do this other one without needing to use. There we go. Alright, and last one. Alright, that's the end I need. It was just the first one. It was just awkward to try to line it up and then try to get that pushed in place. There we go. Well, I guess I'll find out if I need the super glue. So far, I haven't needed to use it because, yeah, it seems pretty good. All right. All right, so I basically skipped all the steps for the rods because it was from step 6 to step 10 for the rods. Just getting those in there. All right, so step 11, match up the pins on the servo front with the holes on the bodies and press the parts firmly together. Okay, and this can only go on one way because you have two different sizes for the pins here, and two different size holes. So, and that's a nice sound, snapping together like that. All right, and once again, make sure get it on the right way, and there we go. Okay, so step 12. The inside of the servos have a flat portion that matches the mounting on the front of the housing. Alright, you notice it's kind of like a D shape right there, and then that's also D shaped. And step 13 is press both servos firmly into the mountings. Alright, so we just match that up. Now these probably could have ended up using a little bit of glue. That one went on a little too easy. And so did that one. But if you notice, not coming off easy at all. Okay, so that portion is done. And now we're on to joining the fuselage halves. You are now ready to join the skeletal framework that supports the cockpit and the front of the fuselage to the rear fuselage, which houses the wings and power units. Yay! Alright, step 1. Take the assembly from stage 83 and the front of the fuselage from stage 36. Bam. Of course, I have to kind of hold it together because I don't really have a whole lot of space to work with right here now because right now it's off the edge of my work area. Okay. Step 2. Turn the cockpit upside down and lay it carefully to one side together with the wires leading out of the rear fuselage, which I already have my stuff, sitting up over the top, so we're good. And I did look at the instructions, and it says to remove this side of the framing, but I decided to move this side because of my lighting that I did for the cockpit. The majority of the wiring and electrical tape to hold it in place is actually on the right side of the cockpit area. So I took this side off. So we're going to do it that way. Alright, so step 3, offer the front of the fuselage, making sure the frames on the left side don't trap the wires. Okay, so offer it up. Okay, yeah, we don't want to trap those wires. Alright, so make sure the wires go in there on the inside like that. And that, which, here, I'm just going to put that, sit that there like that. Okay. Alright. And step 4, use an XW01 screw to secure the end of the left rear upper fuselage strut to the rearmost frame of the front of the fuselage. Okay, is this just supposed to slide in? Okay. Yeah. Okay. XW01. That should be an XW01 right there. Okay, but I am going to secure it right here on the right first. Okay. And then I'm going to take care of the left, as long as I can find another XW01. Okay, so we got one right there. And I know you can't see really what I'm doing here. So I'm just kind of, you know, trying to hold this sucker in place and try and keep it from tipping while I'm doing this. And I might actually have to hold it with my left, and I'm not right-handed, so I'm gonna have to. I don't want that breaking, but I need a little extra pressure so I can screw that down. Okay. Okay. Whew. All right. Okay, so yeah, so step 5 was to take care of the, put the screw on the right side too. Step 6 is undo the screw below the one from step 4. Okay, see, so this is where they're starting to have us take the side off, but I already have the other side off already. And then they want us to trail the wiring through from this, which I am just going to go ahead and I am going to unplug these, and then I will get that wiring for that through there. Okay. Okay. I don't know how far it's got to go down in. Yeah, okay, so after this, we might have a, the videos might start from issue 85 on. No background at all. So, we'll see what we can do with that. Alright. And then it wants me to put this over the top, and I have to kind of angle this to get that in there like that. Of course, one of the wires is getting in the way here, and I don't want that. Oh, come on, come on, come on, get out. Alright. Oh, there's me knocking the camera again. Alright, I think the wire keeps trapped up underneath. And I don't want it to get trapped up underneath. Oh, but it's saying to... It's actually showing to have the wire... The backside... But I'm not gonna... Oh, no. So, the backside over here has to be free of the wire, or that right there, but then these, it's showing to push up underneath the front. Okay. And that's basically steps 9 and 10 and 11 right there. Just taking care of that, and I'm sorry if you didn't see that, but wires are not trapped up underneath there. It looks like it's matching the screw holes, and now the wires are right up in the front for the sensors and whatnot for the front. Alright, now step 12 is replace the side frame you removed in step 8, making sure the extension wires stay between it and the cockpit. Alright, now the only thing I don't see is so far those are the only 2 screws we are putting in. So this thing still is not going to be very, very secure. So yeah, let me move this so that way ooh, I can see it from the other side here. Just being very, very careful with this sucker. Okay. Alright, and okay, I ended up taking off the little screw-in points out as well, because like I said, it was the only way that I could get it up into like the cockpit, or to get the cockpit in. So the only way I could do that. So I need some more of the well, it's supposed to be XW01s, but I don't know if I have any more XW01s left. Oh, that's a plastic screw. So oh, don't mind me just looking out. Dang it, I gotta go leave to pick my son up from work here soon. Alright, well, you know what? I'm just gonna use some of the XW08s. And where's my screwdriver? No, it's right back here. I know there are... Oh, no, I can't use those. Those are plastic screws. Oh, let me look at my box. My box of tricks. Okay, I got some little screws right here, and just gonna nope. Okay, just gonna, where's the hole for that again? Right there. That's not even the hole. Jeepers flipping creepers, man. Alright, I'm gonna pull this sucker forward. And then where's the... Oh, okay, it's the... Gotta look up underneath here while I'm doing this. Okay. So I got where are we? I got that one screwed back in place, and now I'm gonna get that one screwed back in place. And this is difficult because I gotta move it by the main body and not the front of the X-Wing here, because it has no support other than those two flippin' screws right now. Okay. So that's back in. And then there we go. I'm gonna put this in now. Oh, come on. Get a couple more of the metal screws out again. I might have ended up using some of them screws on something else. Or might have ended up dropping them on the carpet. Or I should say in the carpet. So that's that. So yeah, I've lost so many screws that I don't have many left. Okay, that takes care of that one. And you're not going to be able to see it, but I got to get the one up in the front here. Alrighty, and we are back to finish off issue 83. 84, I mean. To finish off issue 84. Alright, so, there we go. Fitting out the fuselage. Alright, while you have easy access to both sides of the cockpit area, add the targeting computer in the torpedo bay housing. Alright, and for that, I have to open up my drawer, because I think that's where I have it. Yep. Right there. That's where I have it, right there. Right in the drawer. Okay. Okay. And... Alright, let's see if I can get this sucker turned around. Or maybe... just turned, period. Okay, I gotta drop the book down and grab it by the main body, pick up and rotate. Oh, shoot. That's not gonna work. Okay, so I have to lift it up over the top of my camera and back down again. Okay, alright. So, step 1. Take the targeting computer from stage 36. Yep, got that. Alright, step 2. Align it with the back of the cockpit. Alright, so... just gonna... put that in there like that. Alright. And step 4 is use 4 XW08 screws to secure the computer to the framework. Okay. And now that means that I have to pick up and move this again. Okay, instead of lifting it up, I'm just gonna move it out. And then right back in. Making sure to be very, very careful with this sucker. Alright, so should go into these 4 holes right there. Alright, and I got 3 screws in there for the... Okay, I got an XW8 right there. Is that an XW08? Or is that a different size? No, the head looks a little bit smaller. Alright, well, I'll just open up this new baggie of the XW08. There's a ton of them in here. Okay. And I will get these suckers in. Get them in. Arm reaching up over the top of the camera and starting those off. So these, I am not going to tighten them down completely until I have all of them in there. Alright, so second one right there. And hopefully you guys can actually see me, or maybe here. Here, let me actually pick it up and turn it a little bit more, so that way it's on an angle so you guys can still see the screw in place. Uh-oh, that screw popped free. Oh, that's from the support right there. Might be the wrong screw. Right there. I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter, because it's being held secured in place by everything else anyway, so it shouldn't really matter too much. Alright. This thing's really, really coming together. Alright, so we're probably not going to get the stand until month 24. Alright, so up until then, this thing is going to be... Alright, so that's all secured in place. Okay. Alright, and now, okay, so that brought us all the way up to step 5. Step 6 is take the torpedo bay housing, okay, which is this right here. So the torpedo bay housing. Step 7, and fit it flush with the rear bulkhead. Alright, so gotta fit it flush with the rear bulkhead. Alright, so there we go for that. Step 8, use 3 XW08 screws to secure the computer to the framework at these 3 points. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3, and that's it. Okay. And still got a ton of XW08 screws left. Alright, now I'm probably going to have to stand up for this. Alright, so the first screw, you're not going to be able to see me put in at all. Now this should help give the front section of this a little bit sturdier of a support. And once again, not gonna tighten them down completely until they're all in. Alright. Alright, that's in. Okay, and that's in right there like that. Okay. Whew, alright. And that's it. Yeah, so came back from picking my son up from work, and now we got this sucker in place, or at least finished it off. And you know, that's only about like another 5 or 10 minutes that unfortunately I did have to split the video, but Hey, cool, huh? Alright, so yeah, we got that in place down there. And let me see if I can get this sucker turned around so you can see the front side of this. And man, this sucker's heavy. Let me tell you. Alright. Okay. And there we go. That's the cockpit in with the targeting computer and all that stuff in place. So pretty soon we're going to have the seat go in and the steering yoke, and there's possibly a few other, you know, detail items that are going to need to go in. And, you know, I didn't need to use the super glue at all, so it's always a good thing to have it just in case, but I didn't need to use it. So, oops, slid upwards. Okay, alright, so let's take a look in the front of the magazine. Alright, so Imperial Shuttle, live action filming, Snap, Wexley, Resistance Ace. Now let's see if that article is actually correct in issue 85. Alright, completing the hyperdrive plus assembling the hyperdrive top cover. Cool. Alright. Seriously starting to come together, guys. Alrighty. So until issue 85, which I am gonna, by the time you see this, I am trying to get myself back up to where I need to be as far as the build for this, because I was a month behind because of the computer chip, which, yeah. So hopefully I will have all of month 22 even up and ready to watch. Hopefully before mid-January, before I end up getting month 23 for the X-Wing build here. Alright. So until then, as always, thanks for watching Brian's Builds.